Thank you for joining us on Fem Talk 89 FM. I'm Sera Waqalevu, and here with me is Mareta Tagivakatini, who is representing the Labasa Market Vendors Association, and Harash Wati, who is representing the Naleba Multiracial Women's Group. Thank you for joining us this wonderful morning. Today we will be discussing on human security protection during and after humanitarian emergency. Throughout the consultation, a common issue we've been discussing on has been on economic, which is connected with food, water, and health. So, Mareta, what change do you want to see to ensure that the protection need on this human security priority is met?
The prices of produce should be regulated, especially in the market. Farmers or suppliers used to come in with different prices, whereas it's hard for us as vendors to buy produce from them because the prices are not regulated.
How can this be done?
We want the Ministry of Agriculture, local government, and market vendors committee should meet together and agree to a price that benefits the supplier and the vendor also.
Why does this need to be done, Mareta?
Because vendors want to earn and have profits with the sale, and at the end of the day, there is something to take home.
Harash, so what change do you want to see to ensure that this protection need, this human security priority is met in the Naleba community?
For me, as a woman leader in Naleba, as a mother, have to manage the house, water, health, and food. These are all within my family. Budgeting needs dispensary in Naleba, proper water supply for everyone in the household.
How can this be done?
Every household have proper water supply, pipe water in Naleba.
Rashma, as you've already mentioned that you need every household to have proper water supply. Why is this?
Because we need water every day. There are many, we have 25 houses, about 125 people without water. There are some older people, children, suffering from water.
Thank you so much. You are listening to Fem Talk 89 FM, and I'm Sera Waqalevu speaking to Mareta Tagivakatini and Harash Wati on the issue of water, food, and health. Let's talk about this issue, a situation before and after Winston for you and your community. Mareta, what was the situation before Winston?
Before Winston, prices are much cheaper when buying produce from suppliers. For example, a pandanus leaf cost 50 cents. After Winston, it cost $1 to $1.50. Cabbage, we used to buy at $1. Now, after Winston, we bought it from $4 to $5. And yangona, $30 kg before Winston. And after Winston, it was $60 a kg.
And immediately after Winston?
Prices are much, much higher. Different suppliers comes with different type of different prices. So we find it difficult to engage ourselves with buying our prices and meet the consumer needs.
And now, 5 months on, what have you seen in the market?
Prices are still high, but we have sufficient supplies coming in. So as vendors, we can gauge ourselves by coming to a price that will benefit the consumer too.
Thank you, Mareta. And Harash Wati, what was the situation before Winston?
No water supply. Everybody collect water from my house they have to carry the water from my house. I have my own water pump which runs with fuel, a generator, so that I can help everybody to take water from my house.
And immediately after Winston?
After Winston, a big flood came and washed all our vegetables away. And a drought came, so we don't plant more because of the drought. So we buy it from the market. It's very high price.
And now, 5 months on?
No assistance, no food ration was assist from the disaster management officer. We still buying and waiting for assistance, and we are planted our vegetables. It's not ready, not yet ready.
So we've talked about the women, what the women want to see. Mareta, how are women leading the responses in their communities to address this issue?
The association, which is led by women, we are having meetings every 2 months, and we are inviting UN Women Market for a Change to help us in training to address this issue.
What are the barriers to women in decision making or being consulted so their solutions are taken into account?
Like for us in Labasa, women are unrepresented at the council. And we see that women play an essential part in the family because there are more women vendors than male vendors in Labasa.
Lastly, Mareta, how can we support women's initiatives to make the change and what we want to see?
There should be equal number of male and female represented in decision making. Discrimination, however, prevents many women from fully realizing their rights, reaching their potential, and participating fully in their communities.
Thank you, Mareta. And Harash, Wati. So we've talked about the women, what the women want to see, and how are women leading the responses in your community to address this issue?
We have taken this issue on water supply up to the water authority. Keep on knocking their door, but they are not listening us.
What are the barriers to women in decision making or being consulted so their solutions are taken into account?
Women are not included in decision making at all levels. No women including in disaster management team.
And lastly, Harash, Wati, how can we support women's initiatives to make the change we want to see?
More women in decision making and all level, more consultation, so women will be empowered and raise their voice to be heard.
Thank you so much for listening to Fem Talk 89 FM. Thank you, Mareta Tagivakatini from the Labasa Market Vendors Association and Harash Wati from the Naleba Multiracial Women's School.